Top right hand corner, we're going to start off with the blue Terran player here in the grand finals of this ESL Open Cup Korea number 200 and I want to say like 14 or something. I think it's 215 actually. ESL Open Cup Korea 215, the top right blue Terran player in this best of 5 is going to be ByuN. He takes on the red Zerg in the upper left hand corner from Talon. It is Dark. Game 1 of this best of 5. Well, Dark immediately decides to open with the gold base, so no hesitation on this one. He decides to go gold immediately. And just going to try and take every scrap of advantage here on Equilibrium. This is a fairly defendable gold. It's a bit out the way, maybe a problem should this be a Reaper-based opening, but ByuN is not going for that, so if that's not going to be something we head into, then that is all good. As our spawning pool comes up with no gas at the moment. Of course, if you delay your gas until you get the rich gas, then you can get more gas for your drones, more bang for your buck. We'll see if that becomes part of the plan here from Dark at all. As yeah, that base is a very rich base. Gold minerals, rich Vespene gas. It really is a double whammy of opportunity. Two drones moving across the left-hand side. There's a couple dronies just gonna come across, jump onto that gold base. A few drones, couple of queens continue to come up. Factory on the way. Look at that from Dark. He's going to drop the Rotron. So he is really going to just say, hey, look, this is going to be a, one of my better maps, and I'm just going to get really aggressive on it straight away, try and catch you really unprepared, because do you expect me to try and be cheesy on a map like this? Well, probably not. It's not in the most immediate kind of range of things I would expect out of Dark. Seeing this Reaper showing up, going to start harassing the gold, but the Queen will get enough damage out to push back for the moment. Again, those first few roaches are popping through. Third CC is not exactly going to help ByuN's case in the defense. That ain't going to do anything for him. After stops over, CC is about to finish in the main. We just have ourselves all those roaches continue to pop out here on the side of Dark, so he will have some good pressure, and he's already going to drone behind this. The Reaper now seeing the first roach as well, so you're aware of this as ByuN bunker time. Obviously, it's a long rush distance for Dark, so knowing about this early for ByuN should give him time to get the bunker up on the natural, and that means you don't have to go below ground. As the Marine continue to gather up. Just set up once again. Just going to be seeing our units coming over. Bunker is about to finish. Roaches, Ravagers getting ready to push onto this natural, so they are going to come through. Obviously, try and bust down this bunker. There's a Cyclone behind it. Cyclone would like to get a lock on here. As you have a Marauder out as well, helps a lot against those roaches. Fire up a couple more shots. The Ravager still taking big damage. That one Ravager very low. As the Ravagers come through again, a couple more Cyclones getting knocked away at. I'm just going to lose one of our Ravagers here. Now another one goes down. The double Cyclone putting in work. We do lose one Cyclone though. Most of these SCVs coming back over towards the natural. Full surround on the Cyclone to heal it back up. See the double Evo around the back that creates this wall that kind of stops you from running into this gold base, which is what a lot of Terran players would do at some point. This attack from Dark was okay. Obviously, the fact he started droning so soon makes it a little bit better for him, but he still denied a lot of his own economy by doing this. That said, ByuN also went into 2 early Cyclones. He built an early game Marauder that is not usually seen. So there were benefits gained out of, Dark's opening. It might not have been immediately obvious, but yeah, there were things he got out of this, so it's a pretty big benefit. More drones gonna mine away on that gold. We do have missile upgrades coming through. The link speed coming up. That is about a finish. You just see how Barrick's gonna lift back off and just gonna land back onto some of those add-ons. Just gonna swap it up a little. Again, a couple more racks in the starboard coming through as ByuN. I feel like he's okay with this. Dark inflicted some self-damage early. ByuN is gonna be able to play his game a little here. And he didn't veto Equilibrium. He let this one come through over Golden Aura, so that's a big factor here as well. Cyclone is going to lock on the Overseer. It's going to be taking some damage. It's going to fall. So Overseer is indeed knocked on down. And one more upgrades. The combat shield continue to come through. And yeah, again, missile upgrades, carapace, all those roaches coming out. Roaches be coming in as well. Still got our 1-1 upgrades and our combat shield still coming by. I'm just going to have our armory coming up. And all those upgrades just continue through. So you have ourselves the roaches, the ravagers continue to get back into the center. Cyclone locks down, the roach gets shoved away. Still got the 1-1 upgrades about to complete here as the Cyclone locks on again. More Ravager coming by. Novak's trying to head into the main, but they're going to get turned around immediately. Those two missiles is coming up. Ravagers are there, roaches are there. A couple of shots get pushed back. The Cyclone on the left side still going to be in some trouble. This 1-1 timing in Dark. Not a bad timing at all. It means that ByuN probably has to give up on the third base at some point. He's going to have a bit of a surround though, and the reinforcements from Dark are stuck on the bottom. Can't get through those rocks. Most importantly here, the Ravagers get targeted down. ByuN could still evacuate on the top left side. His only siege tank here gets biled down, and I think that's going to be one of the bigger problems. How do you continue to deal with this Roach Ravager? You need to push this back at some point. You just don't really have that kind of standalone defense of the tanks that might have slowed this down enough, and that's going to be GG's. ByuN. Interesting start. The time. Well, ByuN's map pick. Definitely time to strike back, because if you don't strike back now, you're going to put yourself in a lot of trouble in this series, because then you're going to have to win on another Dark map pick on Alcyone, and well, obviously you have to win 3 in a row. That's not easy in the first place, but then to figure yourself out of 0-2, you have to win on the Dark map pick for game 3, so generally just going to be tough. Racks and the gas coming up. The hatchery drops down on the natural. I'm just going to see our Overlord of Dark begins to move out into the middle of the map. So just away we go. Heading across to the upper left-hand side for the moment. Akara, thank you so much for the 4-month resub on the Prime as well. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, thank you. And appreciate the subs and stuff, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I know it's been a quiet week or two on the stream for me, quiet month on the stream for me, but it's just going to be a bit of a weird month in general. Get back on track though, don't worry. OV is going to just move around back into the center here. A couple queens and a few drones will continue out. Our Overlord's up the right hand side. Two queens, two drones. Continuing up. Factory is on the way. The CC is coming around. Oh, again, queen coming about. Reaper is going to come back through. It's going to have ourselves a factory. That'll come up. The CCs are on the way. Reaper helps up. Queen is going to be there. It's going to push the Reaper back right off the bat there, and just going to have the other queen coming across as well. Push this away too. Queen's still coming over. Reaper will take a few more hits. We get pushed back again. Two more Hellions coming up, and we got the Reaper wanting to maybe make another play back up into the main, which is exactly where we go. Well, Queen firing some shots. Reaper taking some damage. We just about get away. The Queen gets there, picks off that Reaper. And ByuN is not going to be happy about that. Losing the Reaper early is definitely not what he signed up for on this one. So yeah, he'll be a little bit sad about that for sure. Rotron starts up from Dark. Obviously, ByuN doesn't have the scouting into the base anymore, so this Rotron could come as a bit of a surprise. Especially as Dark has not really mined gas until just now. Well, he still hasn't mined gas, actually, so we'll see if he actually tries to make use of this or not. He's still droning. I mean, with a bit of gas now coming online. I can't imagine these roaches are going to be set up too aggressively or anything. Just getting that Rotron ready to get a couple defensive roaches out, it would seem. These Hellions get pushed away by those queens at the front. Again, 6 roaches, still just producing. A couple of roaches pop out. We do have 1-1 upgrades and stim pack on the way through for the moment. Hellions still heading back to the upper left side again. On the way, the drones and the OVs coming up. Hellion coming all the way back. Still got that 1-1 coming through. Hellion just get back to the ramp. So land a few more drones continuing to produce, continue to be brought into play. Roaches obviously do show up. I mean, this is not like a super aggressive set of roaches. This is very much so a bit of pressure. We've got the lab behind this. The drone's already behind this as well. We're already on 60 workers, so this is really bad for ByuN if he takes any, serious amount of damage from it, because he can't really afford to lose many SCVs because Dark's already got a great drone count. So ByuN has to be quite careful here, and he will chase down everything, but it's 5 SCVs dead. A lot of, SCV mining time lost as well, as they had to pull so far away. It's not an ideal situation for sure, as that is going to be. I feel like Dark really establishing control a little bit here already on Oceanborn. Handling speed and cell upgrades still continuing through. Again, missiles, carapace, the link speed all coming up. We got a little bit of everything coming through still as a hatchery goes down on the 4th. Armory continues to come through from ByuN, as do have him making a little bit of pressure into the center. The Marines will load into medevacs. We'll go for a little bit of a different approach over to the right-hand side, where maybe we get rid of a creep tumor as a starting point. See what else is up for grabs over here over the next little while. Roach coming up, Roach coming through. Link speed and the Roach speed continue to come about. Let's see, those medevacs gonna get back over here and drop into the natural. You're going to find 2 queens, so not a bad start. Even just a few drones over on the edge is a pretty good deal on that one. I think you take that a lot of the time as this Overseer continues to fly around in the main. Birds come over, Marines get lifted. This is kind of similar to the last game, just gonna hit a 1-1 roach timing, and we'll see if ByuN can be prepped enough for it. Multiple siege tanks, a depot wall to help zone out the roaches a little bit as well. He's gonna fight, a few lings going down. I mean, the tanks on the right side very exposed. At least gets a few shots off before it gets corrosive powered down, but now tank number 2 falls. Tank number 3 is gonna fall as well. The SCVs being pulled is oftentimes the right decision, but I feel in this case they just struggled to meet the Ravagers at all. And so, yeah, I mean, kind of a victory set of biles there. GG gets called. Dark is going to easily take down ByuN on this one. That was a convincing game 2. Initial attack did. Here we go. And this best of 5 down 0-2. In a bit of a hole. Can he dig himself out of it and grapple his way up? It is going to be ByuN. A blue Terran player from the Shopify Rebellion. Top right, Red Zerg is going to be Dark. It says GLHF, and ByuN just laughed at him. The chat between the two. And it gets set up with barracks on the low ground. ByuN going to attend to the Reapers for the moment. NBC now, Reapers obviously getting set up. It's 3 racks as well, so pretty aggressive on the side of ByuN. As aggressive as he more or less can be with these Reapers early. So NBC now, Reaper fighting. Couple Queen's gonna fight back. Yeah, Reaper's firing up, Hatchery taking some damage. Let's see those Reapers continue to fight. Queens will continue to take some shots. Another grenade goes down. Ooh, we get a creep tumor as well. That's nice for ByuN. Denying creep, of course, just denies this kind of ability to kind of link up the third and the natural. This defense from Dark, by the way, is gasless. This has become one of the ways to kind of deal with these Reaper openings. You play gasless, and by playing gasless, you just have, you know, more access to kind of get queens out. Good queen numbers can help push back these Reapers, where lings don't do as well initially. Of course, the lings out of here do not have their speed, so that is the kind of the downside of this, but, you know, you're gaining many more queens, and that allows you to kind of actually deal with this pretty decently while being in a strong economic position. And if you keep the third hatchery alive, then that's obviously a big deal. Reaper's going down. Couple Lings is going to still get hit at. Queen's going to be there. Reaper's taking some shots. Jump up, we jump down. Reaper's just going to try and stay active, obviously. Without Ling speed, there's nothing to ever push the Reapers home. As we're going to get a Queen here as well. Oh, good last second transfusion. That keeps that Queen alive, bopping them off creep. Maybe seeing the Queens pulling back a little. We nearly get that one. We do get that one. Maybe this next one as well. Going to get grenaded forwards. Makes it an easier snack to kind of commit to. As we do see the Army of Dark. Still very Queen focused, and ByuN gets a little bit more value out of it. However, all said and done, he's on 32 SCVs, and Dark is at 48 drones, so there's such a worker lead already here for Dark. He's going to fire away, and Ripper taking a bit more damage. We see now Reapers continue to fight. Now the Queen going to get blasted here. The Lings, the drones continuing across. It's going to be seeing the Queen still fighting here, and the Reapers have to keep on backing it up, and they will get away for the moment. It's going to pull back there. Queens will get through all of those Reapers, so again, a few more Reapers going down. 1-1 upgrades, and the Stim Pack continuing up as well. We do have our starport coming through, the barracks coming in. These drones still pulling by. There's going to be one more Reaper going down. The Queen's still coming up to the top. Reaper is going to drop as well. So that's it. That's the end of the Reapers. However, we got 7 additional drones. That's a big deal. Because we were talking about how strong, you know, the economy of Dark was looking. That drone count was looking fantastic. Now, drone count is going to take a little bit of a step back. So, things will change up slightly as a couple quick teamers come down here out the front. Creep spreading around that right-hand side. We're starting up, the 1-1 upgrades continuing through. Again, Queens, Lings, the Bane Nest, everything coming in. The Lad is also coming through. Just going to get here. A couple of Overlords will go down, so that's actually really nice. Going to supply block Dark. Has to stop 3 Overlords. It's actually a pretty major delay, and this is a scary moment. You do not yet have Ling speed. It's only just now started. He went Lair before Ling speed. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still got a lot of Queens. I'm just surprised he went Lab before Ling speed. That feels almost a little bit too greedy. Almost even unintentional, but well, if he gets away with it, then credit to Dark. That's still coming up. Plus one attack about to finish. Combat shields coming through. Medivacs are on the way. And we do have that lab about to come in. Extra drones still producing. This is going to still fight on forward. A Ling and a Bane going out. Just going to be seeing a couple Queens still trying to fight back as well. Those Marines still getting pushed away from this. So those Marines got shoved backwards. Ling speed about to finish. Bane Nest is getting that Baneling speed as well. Lings and Bane still gathering together. We got our combat shield coming through. Bane speed still coming up. More Marines on the way out. Medivacs as well. Marines is going to get jumped on there. The Ling Bane is going to get pushed back. Still got the 2-2 upgrades. The combat shield continuing to come in also. Just going to have an infestation pit not far from finishing. Things and Bane's going to come through. Tank is going to get jumped on as we see our Marines still pulling back. More Marines going to stim it up once again. Moving forward, those 2-2 upgrades still coming by. Going to see a lot more Lings just coming out. The Hive is morphing in. Again, Bane's coming through. Melee upgrades coming up. Going to see our Marines coming back over. We do have the Lings still fighting against those rocks, but the Marines going to be able to catch them. It's going to be ByuN finding another little bit of value. And the money for Dark is stacking up a little bit. He's got minerals to spend. Nidus on the way up. That's a very early Nidus. Start getting aggressive early in this game. Marines fire through. A couple of creep teamers going down. Nidus does hit the main base. See the tank firing up. A couple more creep teamers being picked away at here. We do have, again, that Nidus about to finish up in the main, so that will pop. This is going to be seen now. ByuN's going to be there. Marines are going to fight. Queens are going to continue to go down. Things continue to come over. ByuN's still coming through. Another Nidus is going to get picked away at here. Bailey going to connect in. The Marines load back into the medevacs. Just come through, just going to lift back into these medevacs, going to boost back over to the left-hand side. Morling Bane still trying to kind of step forwards here. Gets rid of some CCs, the rest of the Byo just going to pull back. Adrenal Glands 2-2 still coming through, those Vipers still coming up. It's going to be having ByuN obviously able to stay in position here. Dark is A, still not spending his money, and B is obviously under a lot of pressure, so time to really come through a little bit. And it's just going to be seen our medevacs loading up, pulling back over the left-hand side. Well, it's going to be seeing the 3-3 upgrades continue through, so that continues into play. And just have ourselves a rolling Bane coming about. It's going to be seeing the lane Bane going back over. The lane's going to get them. Medevac going to boost away up the right-hand side. Going to be seeing that Bane still coming through. Byo going to lift back up. The Byo still pushing up on the right side. Another few Marines on the right as well. Going to knock down the Queen. As we are going to be seeing Ling Bane coming forwards. Things continue to run through. A couple of minus shots will fire up. It's going to be seen Byo loading back into the medevacs, and that is going to be ByuN continuing to control this. With 3-3 upgrades as well, definitely seems like he is absolutely back in this game. It's going to be seen medevac loading up once again, boosting back up this right side. Byo continues to push through. Another couple Lings going down. Apparently going to get chased away. Wouldn't mind shot onto the Overseer is going to hit nicely. We've seen the Byo trying to turn around again. A couple of these Hydras going down. A couple of Banes getting picked away at. I mean, obviously from ByuN, this is a big win because you've knocked that hatchery down as well. That is a big deal. and Dark just going to say GG. This one is going to get rounded out and wrapped up. ByuN will get a point on the board. Let's round this out. We are on the right-hand side of the map. Our blue Terran player representing the Shopify Rebellion. This is going to be ByuN. As in the upper left, our red Zerg is going to be Talon eSports Dark. Still a map away from winning this out. We'll see what he can do going into this next one. Get this up and running. Get this one started. Again, guys, we do have OSC King of the Hill after this as well. So if this tournament does wrap up, we do have more coming your way. Excellent gas going through. The couple of drones coming up. Hatchery drops into the natural. There are the barracks once again from ByuN, so we do see him already kind of planning out a similar pathway to what we saw previously. It and gets finished up. Just going to be seeing our Axel coming through. Hatch and Pool continue to come out as well. Obviously, the gas is already done from Dark. Let's see what the Reapers do, obviously, with 2 racks this time. A little less committed than last game. We'll see how many Reapers we make. 3 is the most common number. But ByuN is one of those guys who will make 5 Reapers off the 2 racks sometimes. Sometimes even beyond that. But even that is a little bit on the crazy side for even a player like ByuN. He really does love his Reapers. So, see what the idea maybe becomes. See our Reaper firing up. Couple Lings taking some damage. Ling's taking some shots here. Just going to be seeing the Ling speed coming through. The Reaper is coming around. One Reaper very low. Obviously gets away for the moment, but we'll have to take a second to regen. And there is that third hatchery already coming down. This way you kind of want to stop that third hatch from coming up. It's not built early enough to have a load of HP already on it, so you can put some good damage on it straight away. And then, obviously, the Ling speed's building this time. That's why you commit to that gas. So you don't have as many mineral spares we saw on Alcyone when he was playing that Queen-only defense. Come back over. Hatcher's still taking a couple shots of damage. So a bit more damage done. Just going to be seeing our Stimpack coming through. The CCs are coming in. Again, our Stimpack is already coming out with a few more Queens coming out. Extra drones are building. We just have ourselves the Queen still producing. And Jimmy and Bays are building up on the side of ByuN. And a couple more SCVs coming out also. Engineering Bays wrap it up here. Again, 1-1 upgrades continue to come on through. All said and done, 3 Reapers. Didn't really do that much, right? Didn't kill a single unit. Not really a delay on the third hatchery. Not crazy, I suppose, really, but you expect ByuN's Reapers to typically find a little more. Now they're looking to be caught as Zerglings look to hunt them down. Threatening the surround over here. We can get away a little bit. Good grenades. Gonna give you some more time. Good second grenade, too. There's no ledges, though. All these ledges are blocked by these trees. And unfortunately in StarCraft, little units can't run through trees, so Yeah, that's going to be the Reapers going down, just getting caught. Good movement by Lings of Dark. Obviously, the movement there gave him the opportunity to present that surround and to make that a factor in the first place, so it definitely became a factor for sure. All those barracks still coming through, our 1-1 upgrades, and the combat shield continue to come through. So we're going to have ourselves with that layer on the way from Dark. A little while until he's going to really hit any tech. He's obviously going to have 1-1 soon, but, you know, going Evo Chambers early. However, the first timing of ByuN, where he's going to have the first couple medevacs, 1-1 in stim. Usually for that, you kind of want to have some combination of 1-1 upgrades or Bane speed as Dark. Neither of those are going to be apparent, so he's going to have to be very good defensively to make up for that, because that is probably going to be a very challenging moment in this game. Combat shield about to finish. As our medevacs boost across to the other side of the map. Bane nest is about to be done. The extra reactors all building from ByuN. Gonna get the Marines, gonna knock that Overlord down. We'll load up the rest of these Marines into that medevac. Away they go. I'm actually gonna go boosting all the way up to the top. Hydra Den's halfway done here. The melee upgrades are still boosting through. And that Bane speed on the way. Tell you what, ByuN has not got that much map control, because right now there is just creep right out in the middle of the map, right? And as long as there's just creep out in the middle of this map, well, yeah, I feel like with creep out in the middle of the map, you're kind of in this weird position. Because now you don't really have any kind of serious pushes you can make as ByuN, so at some point you've got to do something about that, but working his way around the edges here, maybe that's where he'll set up for the fight. I mean, that may just be where he has to set up for the fight. Doesn't seem ideal. So, Exceed SC, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Dark looking scary in this game. The more creepy he has, the tougher it's ever going to be for ByuN to do something about it. Teacher on both sides, infestation pit coming up from Dark, the extra drones are all on the way. And Marines will come forward here and knock down some of those creep tumors. Good at my shot connects, picking up a few more Lings. Let's just see extra Hydras coming down the left side. Two about to finish. Well, at least +2 attack. +2 armor's a little bit behind for ByuN, but it's a new one, isn't it? ByuN actually having the attack upgrade ahead of the armor. What world are we living in? A wild one, that's for sure. Lugden coming up. Hive is on the way. Got those 2 upgrades coming about as well. Just how that Marine's coming over. Feeling's gonna get pushed back. And that Lurkden still coming through with that 2 million upgrades still on the way in. It's got our medevacs and our marauders continuing to produce Marines as well. Fire Tour still setting up in the center of the map right here. Thinking about what it wants to do. A lot of army from ByuN in the upper right-hand corner as well is going to make a bit of a move around. Ling Bane over there going to fight back against it. The creep team is going down. The Marines will load into the medevacs. And we begin to retreat away. So pulling back away from that one as we have these Lings and Banes actually getting a good wraparound. This looks like a pretty messy fight for Dark. For ByuN, sorry, is he really kind of felt like he got caught. Dark did trip up in supply a little bit, though, so that ended up a little worse for wear than I expected it to be for him. Got that adrenal glands coming through. Seismic spines is coming up. Those queens are still firing onto the medevacs. Refineries are going to go up elsewhere as the additional lurkers will continue through. The Bio still pushing forwards. A couple more creep teamers going down. Medevac still boosting through the center. We have got seismic spines. We have got adrenal glands. A bit of everything coming up right here. Once again, +1 missiles, +3 carapace, all of that is on its way. Legendary's still chilling on the bottom, and this hatchery on the top is about to finish up as well. More Ling Bane continues to move about. Adrenal glands, missile upgrades, bit of everything coming through for the moment. Again, those 3-3 upgrades still continuing by, and as we get the 3-3 up and running, we just have ourselves... Still feels like a pretty well-controlled game for Dark. I mean, I look at the creep, it's still pretty good. I mean, there's an army for ByuN up and right. He's going to counterattack now as well. It's going to be an interesting couple moments as he kind of need to get some damage done here as Dark. He's going to get overrun top right-hand side, but he's going to crash through 30 SCVs almost immediately. Just again, remember that he's using a lot of supply to do this. Top left-hand side, these medevacs get away. They'll drop elsewhere too. This game suddenly is going to be extremely chaotic as Dark backs up, though. And I feel like with Dark able to back away from this, oh, what a great situation. This planetary died. Oh, what a great situation. 40 SCVs, and you're just able to rebound without losing much yourself. That makes such a big difference. As the extra Zerglings continue to go down. And we've seen our Lurker still firing. 43 SCVs have been killed. Ghosts and Marines continue to come through. 17 Banelings begin to morph as Dark gets ready to keep going, though. And these Lurkers that were in the bottom left are now going to move up to attack the third base as well. Problem is, ByuN just can't stabilize long enough to get things under control and to make things start to look a little bit better for him in any way, shape, or form. It looks as though this one is going to be a little bit too out of control. As we have got more and more shots just continuing to come by. This really does look as though we are done and dusted. And ByuN's gonna maybe just about hold out army-wise, but he's got no rebuild potential where Dark does. He's got bases all down the left-hand side. I've never seen us contaminate a command center before. That's a new one. GG's. Dark is going to be able to take it. And that is going to be game 4 of the series. He is the champion of this week's